Yo guys, what's up? It's Jace here, back with a new video for you guys today. And today I'll be talking about the top buffs and nerfs that I want to see in the next patch, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That should be bringing us the new ARMS character that should be coming out sometimes later this month. And there's announcements for this character on June 22nd, where Mr. Sakurai will be presenting the character. Right before that, all I want to do is list the buffs and nerfs that I want to see. Okay, with all that out of the way, let's get into the buffs and nerfs. Okay, so there's not actually that many characters that I want to see nerfed in this game because it's already pretty balanced. But if I had to choose the 3 characters that I want to see nerfed, those 3 characters would be Mr. Game & Watch, Pikachu, and Roy. Okay, so starting off with Mr. Game & Watch, do I even have to explain why I want to see this character nerfed? His up B, down smash, up smash, nair, all broken. I'm not even mentioning some of the other bullshit that this character has. It is not fun fighting this character, probably my least favorite character to fight in the entire game. Just look at the way Meister plays, the literal definition of cheese. I don't want to see the character nerfed into the ground, just something light. I don't want to see another Pichu situation. Something that I would suggest to be changed are how much damage the bucket does. His down smash shouldn't send you to the side if you hit the side hitbox, and those are just small nerfs, keep you in mind. I could say so many more things about this character, but I don't want to see him nerf super hard. I'm just being nice here. Even if Nintendo does decide to nerf him, I don't think it will break the character that much, because we have seen in the recent patches that they are only doing small nerfs to these top tiers and high tiers. They're not trying to ruin the character, they're trying to keep a solid fan base with the character, trying to keep people playing the character. So I can't see them really nerfing the character into the ground, just small nerfs like they did with Joker, Palatino, and ZSS, and that'd be pretty nice. On to the next character, we're really talking about Pikachu. Pikachu is debatably the best character in the game. He invalidates majority of the cast. Pikachu's up B is one of the best in the game. His back air might be the best in the game. His down air has a big ass hitbox, has easy to spike with. He has thunder setups, T-Jolt, best projectile in the game, and not to mention he is small and hard to hit. Some nerfs that I want to see on Pikachu is making his hitbox a little bit bigger, maybe making his down air hitbox a little bit smaller, but Pikachu takes loads of skills to play. That's why we see ESAM really the only Pikachu out here doing it out here at Majors. We don't see nearly enough Pikachus as we should with how good the character is. It just shows how good you gotta be to get results with this character. He's not like Wolf where you can just pick him up and be good with him. You actually have to put tons of hours to see results with this character. So while I think he should be nerfed, I don't think he should be nerfed too hard, because while he is really good, it takes a ton of skill to play him, just like a lot of other characters in this game, but we just don't see them as much as we do Pikachu. Okay, now moving on to my last nerf that I want to see. This one's going to be quick, but the last character I want to see nerfed is Roy. You guys are probably like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why do you want to see Roy nerfed? Okay, let me explain. I don't really want to see Roy nerfed like that either. There's just one move that I want to see nerfed on this guy, and that move is side B. This move has no business killing at 60%, and sometimes even earlier on the lighter characters. Not even Cloud's cross slash kills that early, which is crazy if you ask me, and that's limit. That's a DLC move, bro. That's crazy, boy. Roy side B is like you pay money for that shit, but you don't pay money for that shit. It just be killing at 60 for no reason. It should be killing at like 90 or something, man. All I know is that shit crazy to me. Starting with Marth, it's just sad what this character has come. Sometimes I even forget that he's in the game because his Echo Fighter Lucina takes all the spotlight. These characters are the exact same except for one factor. Lucina's entire sword has consistent damage and knockback, while Marth's tip does more damage and knockback compared to the rest of his sword, and you would think that this would be a pretty cool idea and it would make the characters pretty different while keeping the same moveset. You would even think that Marth would possibly be better than Lucina, or not much worse. Marth is at least 2 to 3 tiers below Lucina. What this character needs back is his tippers. Man, they need to make that hitbox more consistent like it used to be in Smash 4 and in the previous games. This is the first game that Marth has been less than a high tier. In every other Smash games, he was one of the better characters. And now he's just a mid tier. It might even be low tier depending on who you ask. But man, this character needs some serious help. On to the next character that I want to see buffed. I want to see Mewtwo buffed. This buff is near and dear to my heart because Mewtwo was my main in Smash 4 and I don't play him at all anymore in Ultimate. What he needs is for his tail hitbox to be gone altogether. They tried making it smaller in the last patch, but it didn't really do much for the character. He moved up a few spots on the tier list, but he still needs help. They just need to fix the hitbox and this character can jump up to high tier and become a real threat. But personally, I don't see Nintendo ever doing this, because once they buff a character, they never usually do it again. Usually not the same thing too. And on a side note, why is Mewtwo so goddamn light? In the Pokemon games, he weighs 269 pounds, while in Ultimate he weighs 79 pounds. We will probably never see this change as Nintendo never usually adjusts the weight to character, but it honestly makes no sense. And honestly, I don't know why it's like this in the beginning. But anyways, let's get on to the last character that I want to see buffed. Now on to the last character that I want to see buffed, and that character is Pichu. You all are going to think I'm crazy for this one. But Pichu, while he did deserve a lot of the nerfs that he got, In my opinion and many others' opinions, the nerfs were too hard. He went from top tier to mid tier, which is a drastic change where you don't really see him anymore. I feel like Nintendo shouldn't have made him do even more damage to himself. Him doing damage to himself already was pretty bad, and on top of that, he's the lightest character in the game. He already dies mad early compared to the rest of the cast, and they made him bigger, which leads to him dying earlier now. If I could buff this character in any way, the main thing I would do is change the damage that he inflicts on himself back to the way it used to be. I'd also change his weight to be slightly heavier, but I doubt any of that would happen because Nintendo does not change the weight of the characters in their patches. But regardless, Pichu is still a pretty solid character and is still a real threat in the metagame, depending on the matchup. Well guys, those are all the buffs and nerfs that I want to see on some of the characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There are many more characters that I want to see buffed and not so many nerfed that I actually want to see. I actually think this game is pretty balanced right now. But anyways, that's it for today's video. I stream on Twitch every week at twitch.tv/jace88. If you guys could check me out over there, I would really appreciate it. I'd also appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be uploading a lot more Smash content and gaming content in general. I'm going to be experimenting with a lot of things. So I hope you guys can join me for my YouTube journey. And peace guys, have a nice day.